One, two, one, two. Okay, there we go. That's weird. I don't know if you heard me, but no, this is actual GBA. Not my not SNES. Okay, yeah. If you press exclamation charity, or not press, type in blue lurking at the moment. That's fair. Okay. I am fighting lava. Oh god. Please let me run. Cry out. You'd think it'd be easier to run from undead or gross demon thingies, but it's not. Screw it. Get revived! Oh hey, I got a level up. No, okay. It does so much. Oh god. Here we are. I'm not a fan of this dungeon, but I don't think it's a fan of me. There we go. Oh my, now I'm just worried that my microphone's gonna randomly be like, oh, we're turning off again. I think these ones are easy to run from. literally the one of them. I'm so happy when those did two. What am I missing here? At this point, I'm basically just wasting MP. And I want you to hit that freaking 25% run chance on your weapon. You don't hit it. There it goes. Mission. Exit center. Told us to kill you. Orders, you know, nothing personal. These guys. I have a very fun way that we're gonna get rid of them. Once again, you must kill them all at the same time. As I said, the game loves that at this point. If you do not kill them all at the same time, they will revive and use Delta Attack. Unlike the unknowns that we were fighting earlier, they can. Also, like the unknowns, they're insta-killable. 3 uses of the magic lamp, and you get the third tablet. Receive the magic sealed in the flow of magma, Meteor. Okay. And then I do want to actually head back here because I want to refresh my magic lamp. I thought it was there that there was like a heal here. Okay. And then I really don't want to go through this place. So teleport. Let's teleport, Mario. We'll go back to White Mage. Lance. Back on my gold hairpin and the black robe. And Hermes sandal. Oh yeah, off screen I grabbed a Cornago gourd. This is a special accessory that anyone can use, but it mainly benefits Beastmasters because it causes their catch command to be triggerable at 50% instead of 25, making it a lot easier to catch things. Next up, not right, left. Oops. Come on in, water. You know what? Let's use the freight in. That is the bottom of the submarine. I love the fact that this is technically the flying ship. Just for some reason, it condenses itself to be a submarine. It acts and looks exactly like the submarine we got from the ZSAT on World 2. Yeah, if you were wondering where the Druid and Ironbacks went, they're right here. Ironbacks still pretty good catches. I mean, 6,000 damage is 6,000 damage. Now, we're going through that tunnel. We come up here. You might remember this is where we got the magical lamp. However, when we come in through this side, we end up in Istory Falls. This is the home of our final tablet. Okay, I'm gonna get myself started lancing the bad guy. Truthfully, I think... Okay. Yeah, 35 Prowl automatically gets that in our next move, so... That's gonna kill him. Shoot. This guy has way too much. He's not gonna die in time. Or he will. I honestly didn't think he would. Protected by water beyond its falling torrents, one tablet rests. Welcome to the inside of Istory Falls. Oop. Ooh, I forgot that this was that place. So here in Istory Falls, as you saw, there's an enemy called Kimia, and she appeared with a toad. That toad, she will turn it into either a red dragon or a, I'm not 100% sure how best to pronounce it. I think Gaidra, Ghidra. There's also those little feathers. Those are Tonberries. If you know Final Fantasy, you know why they're terrifying. Touched not by a maiden's kiss. No effect. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Nope. Wait. Did you get an actual frog? Ribbit. There. Ah! I can't. Oh, you know what I can use? Holy. That's good stuff. Them fun numbers. Wait, hold on. One more because I can't. You might think you a big bad red dragon, but guess what? You nothing. Okay, we'll go this way to officially enter. I'm not 100% certain what it wants me to do. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're going to take the right path here. When we come down, we're right next to this chest. I was considering mugging the frog, by the way. Okay. Go right here to get a Goliath's tunic. And then... secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel with the rune blade. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Rune blade. Here it is. Use up MP to potentially do extra damage. It's one of those few physical weapons where you actually have a use for your magic, and that use is, well, you see. I actually didn't do that because I meant I think the last steps, kind of. The Tonberry. So, the reason it's terrifying is because it will slowly move towards you, and then it will gank you. And I mean like knife in the spleen, bleeding out. You might think, oh, it's so adorable. Yes, it is adorable. Until it uses knife. trust me, knife hurts a lot. Go here to get a reflect ring. Which, always great. Reflect rings are honestly really good. I mean, unless you have a healer like I do, in which case they repel your healing spells. But otherwise, pretty good. Save in here. Nothing really to do with those crystals, they just are pretty. There's a hole right here if you want to go in a hole. Inside the hole is, in fact, wait, this ain't the hole that it was mentioning. Oh, okay. There is another Aegis shield here. Oh, Jesus, when did everyone's HP get so low? Oh, right. We got stabbed by that crystal. Yeah, that would probably lower HP a good bit. And then grab that Titan Fax. And then I actually want to head back up. Because here's what I thought we were about to get. The Artemis Bow. Here for 12,000 gil. And then back up here to get an enhancer. I believe that is a Knight Sword like the Defender. Yeah. Saber that increases magical power. One of these days, I need to actually play this game legit. Now, what we actually need to do to keep going is hit that so that way the spikes go down and the holes appear, and then we come. And the tablet. It's just here. That tablet. You'll hand it over to me. Once Lord Axeth gains the power of the Void, he'll create a world for us monsters. I won't let you interfere. You know, it's funny that they made this guy red. The beast was destroyed by Leviathan. Okay. So yeah, the game will legitimately let you just walk away. You don't have to fight Leviathan here. Oh, actually, to catch. to say before accidentally getting myself something I don't need. I want the coral ring on everyone here. Well, you know what? Even on me. Okay. The power of my waters, strong enough to wash away all sins and make all things pure. But only to those with the ability to fight the void will I award this power. My personal favorite summon, Leviathan, is no match for my birds. My birds and a couple of rings. Yeah, you might notice, he, in fact, did not die from that. He had 3 HP left. Or 4 HP left. And then he drops a Reflect Ring, but because why not? And you received the Summon Monster Leviathan. And that's that. Now, let me. Oh, right, you're gonna be so. Why can't you just like? I need to sell this high defense Gardos things. Okay. Now, to get out, that's all you do. Fun. Those druids, they can cast Encircle, which automatically removes a party member from the fight. I will go ahead and heal real quick. Rest up a bit. Now, we have all 4 tablets, which means our next stop... Yeah, this is Sergate. Here it is. The Sealed Castle. Princess Lena, thank goodness you're harmed. What is that book? Oh, shall I read it for you? Talk to this guy. He brought some water from the recovery, or from the Wind Shrine. This is a very crowded castle room. Shoot, 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 shoot. Ah. I'm actually not that scared of him. Perfect. That X step probably true. Now, We put the tablet on the pedestal. If breaking the seals is what you seek, approach the one you'd have and speak. But once 3 seals have been erased, the tablet leaves only dust in its place. 3 seals? That means we can only pick 3 out of the 12 weapons? That is correct. One of the 12 legendary weapons, Yoichi's bow. And you can only get one of each, which is why I went ahead and just grabbed all 4 of them before we came here in the first place. So we're going to start at 6 o'clock and move our way around. The Fire Lash. Sage's Staff. I believe the Sage's Staff is very good and probably about to become my own. Oh, right. Once we've done 3, approach the tablet, it breaks apart, and we're allowed to leave again. But we have all 4 tablets, so... Magus Rod. Apollo's Heart. The Gaia Bell. And that's our second tablet. Tablet turns to dust. The third. Excalibur. Assassin's Dagger. Sasuke's Katana. Believe it. Oh, wait. Put the last one. And then the last one. Last set. The Holy Lance. The Rune Axe. And lastly, Masamune. That is the 12 sealed weapons. Legendary weapons. Now, let's talk about them real quick. I am not going to sort, because this way I can see. Yeah, I guess I did start with Yoichi's bow. Yoichi's bow! It's a bow that means that it's primarily used by rangers. It has a 30% crit chance. It will increase strength and agility by 3, as well as one of the ones that we're actually going to probably use, the Fire Lash. It has a 33% chance that on top of attacking, you cast Firaga. You do full damage from both the front and the back row. You increase your strength and agility by 2. And, it has an 82 attack. Yeah, it's kind of good, truthfully. The Sage's Staff. Boost the power of Holy. You can repeatedly use it as an item to freely cast Raise. Sadly not Arise, but Raise. And it does extra damage against undead. The Magus Rod. Increases the power of Fire, Ice, and Light. It does Fire, Ice, and Lightning damage, as well as increasing the power of Fire, Ice, Lightning, Earth, Wind, and Poison damage. Apollo's Harp. This is the only harp in the game that doesn't do fractional damage, I believe. It will never miss with a spell power of about 75. And it deals extra damage to dragons and undeads. However, only bards can use it. The Gaia Bell. Instead of attack, there's a 25% that instead of attacking, it uses Earthquake. It as well boosts the power of your Earth spells. Also being a bell, it is strong in both the front and back row. Excalibur. I believe it's a knight sword. It automatically does holy damage and increases your strength by 5, as well as having 110 damage. The Assassin's Dagger. After it attacks, it just has a flat 25% chance to instantly kill. Yeah. You literally roll a d4 and have it, and on a 4, you just, I believe it even bypasses heavy most immunities to death. Insta-death. Sasuke's Katana. It works like the Aegis Shield. It has a 25% chance to block an evadable single target physical attack, as well as increasing the agility by 1. Holy Lance. Sadly might not get used. It innately has it does holy damage and gives strength plus 3. As with all lances and spears, it also has its power causes jump attacks to do double damage. The Rune Axe increases magic by 3, and then every time it attacks, you use 5 MP. You can potentially use 5 MP to do extra damage. Masamune. This is one of the best, but I believe it is very restrictive. It has a 15% chance to crit. You can use it as a renewable item to give someone haste. And in battle, if you have it equipped, you start with a full action bar. Yeah, however, only samurai and freelancers can equip it. Which, if we're being honest, both of those are very, very strong classes to be able to just immediately pop out and attack. Yeah, sadly, The Holy Lance is good, but there's this big problem with it of we're kind of at a point where a lot of things are healed by Holy, so we can't exactly hurt. So it kind of loses its effectiveness in that regard. Now, in the GBA version only, after you have gotten all 12 weapons, I heard there was an earthquake down south. We can only hope that no one was hurt. No one knows the cause of the earthquake. I wonder if some underground volcano erupted. If only we had a submarine, we can go take a look, but... yeah, and he is now here to constantly remind you of that. And now, come on the south. Just below the Phantom Village and a little to the left, you see the sea is now bubbling. When you go down over that area, cutscene plays. Some incredible forces coming up from the sea floor. It's like time and space are being twisted. It's sucking us in. You finally arrived. Come on, let's go. Let's go look around. The door slams shut. 2 more doors. They're crystal shards. Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit. Cannoneer. Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit. Gladiator. Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit. Oracle. Once you have grabbed all of them, the door opens and this guy comes here. Hiya, I'm a traveling merchant, ever searching the world for rare and wonderful items. Recently, my ship was caught in a big storm and I washed up here. On the bright side, a mysterious cavern under the sea is just bound to be full of great loot, or so I figured. Oh, you kids have got those crystal fragments, eh? That's the rarest of the rare. Oh, and it seems you don't even understand what powers are hidden inside those shards, huh? Alrighty then, I'll tell you. First are oracles. They have the power to predict, foretelling helpful or harmful phenomena that will happen to themselves or those around them. Earthquakes, tsunami, illness, all of these can be predicted and be made to befall enemies. But be careful, sometimes they'll affect the oracle himself. As for the necessary conditions to spark each phenomenon, well, that's something you'll have to find out for yourself. Predictions come in 3 ranks. Higher ranks take longer to come true, but have much more drastic effects. It's like they say, good things come to those who wait, right? Anyway, after a little practice and maybe a little luck, effectively using predict will be a breeze. Next, we've got gladiators. Gladiators fight like they were born with a blade in their hands. Between their blade blitz technique and their finishers, they've got the power to take down almost any foe. Last but not least, the cannoneers. These explosive experts use their ability to combine to always get the most bang for their buck. Combine lets cannoneers put together ammunition with various other items to cause different effects. There are 3 types of ammo: buckshot, blast shot, and blitz shot. Try combining different ammo with different items and see what happens. Actually, I'd love to help you guys get started by selling you some ammo right now, but I'm all sold out. How about this? I'll go talk to my supplier, and then I'll be more than happy to help you with all your ammunition needs. I'm always on the go, so look for me when you're in towns or castles. I'm usually lurking around the equipment shops. Gotta keep tabs on the competition. Hope this is the beginning of a beautiful and profitable relationship. See you around. That's right, we now have access to 3 new jobs. Well, I don't. So the Oracle, they equip staffs, and as he said, they can predict natural disasters that will affect either them or enemies. There's something really fun with Oracle, and I've had to use an Oracle for the 4-job Fiesta before, and it's actually really fun. So oracles have, I believe, they get condemn, predict, and an APB up, and a command called read ahead, which lowers the encounter rate. Condemn is their primary command, and it can do a couple of different effects. For no MP cost, you just wait a couple turns and then something kind of random will happen. It can do damage, it can do damage, it can cause insta-death, it can heal, it can turn people into Toad, it can inflict people with stop, but you're basically just completely random. Their bread and butter comes in their level 2 command, predict. By using MP, or no, yes, they use MP to use one of I believe 10 different effects. And here's the fun thing. Some of them only target the enemies. Some of them target both the party and the enemies. Some of them heal the enemies, or heal the party while damaging enemies. None of them damage or heal enemies unless the enemy heals from it. And you can control it. When you use predict, you pick I believe one of 3 numbers. 1, 3, 7. Obviously, the higher the number, the stronger the effect. What that leaves you at then determines what would be cast. So, say I used 1 with my MP right now as Leon. That would leave me with 265. I would then use Divine Judgment, which heals all of my party members, but does holy damage to the enemies. You can then loop, using this knowledge, loop it to then use, I'm trying to remember, I think it was Eruption, which does fire damage to everyone. But by having a Flame Ring, you're only damaging enemies. It is a very tricky skill command to master, but the moment you have it mastered, you're going to tear apart houses. And it does have other combinations similar to that, where you can do like a heal or heal yourself or damage while damaging an enemy. Next one I want to talk about is Gladiator. This is another one of my personal favorite. Honestly, I love the 3 advanced classes. Gladiator is physically the strongest, is tied for the highest strength stat in the game at 50. And it has the second highest agility stat. So mastering it can be very helpful in that regard. Skill-wise, it gets Lure. Its level 1 skill is Lure, which causes enemies to target them more when you have it equipped as your support ability. Their innate command is Finisher. Finisher rolls a 3-sided die. And the higher level you are in Gladiator, the more weighted the die becomes. At max level, so at level 4, you have a 25% chance for Finisher to do nothing. At level 0, it's 37.5, and then it slowly decreases from 37.5%. In the same vein, so 37.5% of the time as a level 0 Gladiator, you're going to be doing a critical hit, which even if a weapon can't naturally critical hit, you'll still do the increased damage, and then at level 4, again, that's a 25% chance for it to happen. Then, the big one. The final finisher Gladiator can use is Elemental Attack. It is an unblockable elemental attack to anything that cannot absorb or nullify the related element. At level 0, you have a 25% chance to 25% chance to use it. At level 4, it's a 50%, so you're going to be basically flipping a coin and using either it or using it or something else. If the target is weak to the element, it is an insta-kill, as long as they aren't heavy. If they are heavy, or if they aren't weak to it, it does maximum amount of damage at 9,999. The element is determined by the character. If you remember, very early in the game, each character was assigned a crystal. Leon got the wind crystal, Lena got water, Faris got fire, and Galuf/Krile got the earth crystal. They will use the element of their crystal, so the elemental attack for Leon is going to be wind. Lena has water, Faris fire, Krile earth. I do not mention Galuf. If Galuf were to somehow be a gladiator, he would also have the earth element. Because of this, Krile ends up not being a great gladiator. Literally, if it flies at all, her finisher automatically cannot touch it. Lena and Faris become slightly situational, as fire and water can be either a weakness to a lot of enemies or also an immunity or absorption. Leon ends up being the best fit for a gladiator, or at least for using finisher, as there's not a lot that's immune to wind. They also have an innate ability, a support ability called Long Reach, allowing them to attack at full power no matter what row they're in, no matter the weapon. And then finally they have Blade Blitz, which causes them to attack all enemies for 75% of their normal attack, meaning that they have something like the chicken knife, where they would be doing 2,000 damage with a regular attack. They're doing 1,500 to the entire enemy party, which is pretty good. Now, the last one, and probably the most important for us, because with the 4-drop Fiesta, there is a rule set that you can use, where you replace a job with an advanced class once you have access to them. And what I rolled is Cannoneer. Cannoneers work similar to Chemist, but where Chemist is basically support, Cannoneers are offense. They only have 3 abilities, being their innate Open Fire, which is they just shoot an enemy. But it also ignores Ro and has a chance to poison, blind, confuse, bypassing a confusion immunity if they have it, or an insta-death that bypasses undeath as well, which usually causes a full heal. Go ahead and give her light. Oh, she can use night swords. That's great, actually. Okay, I guess she can't use all of them because I'm not seeing, yeah, I'm not seeing, like, Excalibur here. I don't know, Assassin's Dagger's probably detected. Actually, no. We're gonna go ahead and switch Kyle to the Fire Lash. And she can have the chicken knife because I believe open fire will roll damage using the chicken knife's attack stat. Let me double check. To do damage and fix stats. Now, they have a support ability and EXP up, so if you want a level grind, hey, right there's a great way to do it. Ooh, she can use the gold hairpin, which I don't know pretty good for her. Give her the black card. Oh, she can use the cosmetic. In that case, you take them, and then you... Oh, actually, I do need to change this because I can't use Lance anymore. Use Control. Sage's Staff. Probably no longer needs Mug, I guess. I'll probably give her 8 for now. I'll keep the Mug on her. Yeah, and then Ferris can also stay. Actually, we'll let Ferris finally upgrade her weapon. Now, so yeah, they get a natural EXP buff. However, they're not kind of natural. You have to equip it first. But the interesting thing about their EXP buff is it only will affect one enemy, or one party member, and it's the party member that it's equipped to. And then their final ability, which, as you saw, they don't really have access. I don't have access to yet. Access to just yet is Combine. Combine? Let's see. He said he's usually in the equipment shop, so no. The actual, like, damn weapon shop. What? I thought he was supposed to be... Oh. So yeah, Uh, Buck shot, blast shot, blitz shot. In order, that's how they get stronger. Buck is the weakest, blitz is the best. Hence the thing. The buckshot will always turn it into a blink shot. Give me 1 second, I gotta turn on a light. I forgot about... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm sorry, I turned on the light. Ham. So the buckshot will always turn it into a blank shot. Usually the weakest. It can be situational for some of their effects. Here's the thing. Their combine is kind of weird. They can use things like Fuma Shurikens, Dragon Fangs, Fire Scrolls, Lightning Scrolls, Water Scrolls, Goliath Tonics, Hero Cocktails, Shurikens, and Gold Needles to do damage. Blitzshot obviously will always do the most amount of damage, usually causing a cannon, and then Blast Shot causes a burst. They can do various things such as elemental-based attacks for fire, lightning, earth, water, holy. The holy is actually the Hero Cocktail one, which is kind of cool. Interesting. They can do double damage to humans using a Fuma Shuriken or dragons with the Dragon Fang. The Gold Needle is probably the most interesting. When you combine a Gold Needle with a Buckshot, it does 1,000 damage. Blast Shot causes it to do 2,000, and finally Blitz Shot causes Needle Cannon, which does 3,000. And we are done. Because you can also use the combined with other various things to inflict ailments. As I said, if Chemist is support, these are the offense. By combining them with Ash, yes, Ash, something that we've only gotten like 3 of, and I'm not sure if we can pick up any more. You can have a 75% chance to inflict darkness, and this is no matter which one you use. I believe they're actually fairly accurate. Well, yeah, 75% chance to inflict it, so fairly accurate. Using a mallet will inflict mini. The power drink inflicts berserk. A speed shake will inflict old, so we can turn a lot of people into make people really old. A turtle shell will inflict slow. Iron draft will lower the enemy's defense. And dark matter. Dark matter is the only ailment-based combine that is affected by the item. When combined with a buckshot, it can inflict confuse. With a burst shot or blast shot, poison, and with a cannon, instant death. Yeah. Now, with with all of the legendary weapons, as well as our true-ish final thing, I do want to go ahead and buy some of these. 20 blitz, because I'm going to want a lot of those. You never know. For now. Because off screen, I will probably go ahead and grind. Well, actually, no, probably. I'm definitely going back to catch up with the grind. But we got a few minutes left, so we're gonna head into the rift. What's that? The rift. Can't fight it. We're being sucked in. Good, we get a free ride. Here we go. Our ship is sucked in, and we now enter the first segment. Oh, you know what? Actually, I should have fought. Control. Open fire! Pretty good damage. Ooh, it confused. And then I murdered it. I'm so sorry for these enemies. They get shot with a cannon and then immediately whipped and killed. Ooh, there goes the Firaga. Oh my god. Yeah, I will in fact be finding levels here. Just for that, we'll burn. Oh my god, the Firaga activity is very fun. Quicksand himself. Ah. Kind of just want to see here. Yeah. Apparently he's just gonna keep quicksanding himself. Oh, and there's the instant death from Assassin's Dagger. Oh, damn it. I just remembered. One last rule. Upon entering the void, we lose access to one job. We technically do not have access to the thief jobs anymore. And I took out. So we lost Flea Steel Mug, Jump Lance. We have Calm Control Catch White, Equip Whips, MP plus 10. Okay, yeah, keep Catch. gets the other Aegis shield, because the Aegis shield's pretty good, actually. We'll go ahead and put you back on your strength build. Ooh, actually... I'm gonna take the enhancer, and then you can have the chicken knife. I mean, I know the enhancer... well... yeah, keep that, because if she's going to be the backup healer, her having extra magic is going to be helpful. For 1,000 years, we have been sealed in the rift. Once Xeth obtains the power of the void, our new world, a world of darkness, will be born. You've been a thorn in Lord Xeth's side for long enough. The void will be your burial ground. We are now entering the ruins. Oh god, it feels so slow not having sprint. You know what, actually, I'm curious. I guess it scales off of agility. Oh, I gotta swap. Oh, it's a loose mug. I'm waiting to see if it can close itself up or something. Can't control this monster. I just remembered that Ferris had the chicken knife, so... Okay, mud off. We'll take calm. I'm gonna want that eventually. Just walk out, go back to the launch fest, and take back your Elven Mantle. No, I think it's based off of magic. Yeah. Ferris has like no magic compared to Lena, and Lena was doing so much more. And that's what I would bet. If I give Lena, I bet she'll do more now with the White Low. No? Okay, I don't know that. It is in fact a mystery to me. Yeah, because at this point they're doing about equal now. Yeah, I guess it just picks a random. It's random. 4,000. Hey! Bud. Bud. Okay, so I took the black garb off of her and she did less damage. Ooh, 14. And it piled itself. I guess it just depends on the effect you roll. Like, I guess the insta-death is gonna do a lot more damage. Is probably gonna do a lot more damage than like the poison. I can't particularly see like a boon of some kind for one versus the other. I love that I'm running through here like I'm not gonna have to leave. Okay, I think we want this one. Yeah, we want this one because it puts us here so we can grab the elixir. And then we don't want the middle one because it's gonna put us in a corner that has nothing on it. Here. Blood sword. No. Zaps the target's HP. Ooh, that actually would be really good. Shame of call it. Now, welcome to the Phantom Village. We can't play the piano. We can't talk to anyone either. However, we can use the pot here in order to heal. And we enter the forest area. Now at this point in time, I am where I'm probably going to end up level grinding. Nope, I need the other side of the tree. Do this, and we get the dragon fang. It's going to be helpful because there's something that we're going to want extra damage to dragon for. I mean, here's the thing. if I can, shoot him with a cannon. Wait, oh. See, I was expecting that to heal from Holy. I bet you it heals from fire, though. Or it dies. Because it's not going to be undead. I'm going to regret that. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's fair. The enemy is under your control. We can use Osmo, Drain, or Zana. Drain himself. Or attack himself? I don't remember what I used. Yeah, so that control effect is really good apparently, because it doesn't wear off like as soon as you attack. Which that's fun to know. Well, I guess since he's under my control now. I don't remember who has the chicken knife and who has the... Okay, Ferris has the chicken knife. Oh, apparently it does, just... Bizarre. Open fire didn't count is the thing, apparently. And neither did the fire lash. That's interesting. I like to run. Apparently I'm gonna have everyone turn into frogs instead. Oh, never mind. There we are. I forgot you actually do run around as a frog if an ally gets frogged in battle. I don't want to just run around like this for a second. I'm sorry, am I allowed to have the frog use a cannon? Oh no, hold on, give me a second. The frog used a cannon! Oh, I'm not okay, that's hilarious. Frog used the cannon. Also, I'm going to throw everyone in the decks back because Lena and Ferris are basically just spamming open fire. Well, actually, yeah, no. I'm not using the Assassin's Dagger. I'm using an enhancer on one of them, and the other one has the chicken knife. So, yeah. With Rod. Okay. I'm gonna do something with Warcraft. there's no damage. Okay. Catch, which probably didn't get much help for this. These woods are so peaceful. Why don't you rest here for all eternity? Our first boss is Califastari. No old pirates on this ship. Now, because I did not go through and prep like I usually do with a whole bunch of catches, oh wait, why am I doing? Alright, that's fine. Let's make sure she hits. Reflect off. I said, let's make sure she has that reflect off. Oh, I think they poisoned her. Yeah, I think she's legitimately poisoned. Now I think she's dead. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. But now we can move into the next area. Okay, we're actually pretty close to safe point. Yeah, that's good. What these are, but they remind me of a hate crime, so I don't like them. Come all the way to the end and go behind the waterfall, you'll find an angel ring. The angel ring is an instant okay. One thing of note here in this section is that can happen. And I didn't want to do that because there's actually like another chest here. Yeah, I wanted this chest. For a coral run. Okay. One interesting thing of note in this section: if you did not receive Golem at Drakenvale, you can pick him up now. He does have a chance to appear here in the same way that he did in Dragonville with the Bone Dragon and Zombie Dragon. I do have things. Cottage. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. I'm gonna show you one last thing. That is a super boss known as Omega. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that is a super boss. We're not going to be doing him for a while. Doing that for a while. Or at least I will try not to. Wednesday should be a go. I might do more of this since we're coming close to the end. Yeah, we gotta let at least 2 streams left. I'd probably want a third. Yeah. We are coming close to the end, though. As this is the final dungeon. Off screen, I am going to grind and prep my ultimate boss killing strategy of 500 birds. Let's go. Wednesday is a yes, but I am not sure what I'll play. Like I said, I might play more of this, I might not. I'll see how my grinding goes tomorrow. As for anything else, let me send you all to a raid. We're going to raid Miss Firelord Brooke. She is playing Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And we will raid her with Who Gave the Frog a Cannon. I will see you on Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure what for, but I will see you then. Goodbye.